Parents of teen drivers. Today we're going to be talking about insurance again. This one is a very common question that I come across in my personal injury practice, not only for teens, but just individuals as well. And it involves insurance, and if you were in an accident that is not your fault, okay? If you were rear-ended or if somebody runs a red light or does whatever, a lot of my clients and a lot of people are worried if they make a claim on their insurance that their insurance might go up. Well, Louisiana actually has a statute. It's a revised statute 22-1284. And basically it says that your insurance company cannot go up on your rate, it cannot cancel you, and it cannot choose to not renew you over the next time period based off of any one or multiple no-fault accidents. And the key is no fault, because you have a tiny little bit of fault in there, and we're comparative fault state, meaning it could be 10% your fault and 90% the other person's fault, or any percentage along that scale. But why this is important for you and your teens is because if they are in an accident and they, somebody rear ends them and the other insurance, is taking their time to investigate, or they don't want to provide a rental car, or they don't want to do any of this stuff, you can just go ahead and file the claim under your insurance. You can get your rental car coverage. You can get, if you purchased it, you can get your vehicle fixed minus the deductible, and then you're back on your merry way much more quickly because your insurance has a higher duty to take care of you than the other person's insurance has a duty to take care of you. And then you can just move on with your life. And then the insurance companies will then fight about who owes who what. But if it is determined, and it's very important, you don't want to just rely on your word or the other person's word. You need to call the police, and you need to get a police report every single time there's an accident, especially if it's someone else's fault. Because a person's story on the day an accident happened is going to be vastly different than weeks or months later when they think that they can potentially get out of this thing or be 50% at fault or whatever. So if you call the police on the day of the accident and you get the police report in there and it gives the other person a violation, it's not going to say 100% their fault, but it's going to say one person gets no violation, the other person gets a violation, or vice versa. Then it's going to make it to where your insurance cannot go up on the premiums. And with insuring teenagers, you know that those premiums go up because they're just harder to insure and they're higher risk. And so if there is a no-fault accident, you want to make sure that they don't go up on you. And the statute says that they should not, but people are very scared about that. And so we just want to make sure that everyone's educated in this subject matter. And it doesn't matter, how long I practice for. People are constantly asking me that. And even many times they're like, hey, don't even send a letter to my insurance. I don't want to know anything about it. And as long as it's not your fault or, your teen's fault or any, your driver's fault, then you can make all the claims you want, and they cannot go up on you, and they will not. Or they should not. And if they do, then that's a whole different story for a different day. But regardless, we want to make sure if an accident is not your teen's fault, that your insurance company is not going to go up on you. So if anybody has any questions about that, kind of complicated, and there are some gray areas or whatnot, just feel free to DM me or reach out. And I'm happy to talk with you more about this. So again, this is Seth Smiley from the Smiley Law Firm for another edition of the Parents of Teen Drivers Facebook group. Thank you.